Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of September in the areas of love and relationship. As usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. We're going to start with your angel guide oracle card, and the card that has a message for you today is opportunity and change. So what this card is all about is change. You know, as one door closes and another opens, this is really a time of change in your life, and the angels are kind of telling you that make sure that you pay attention to opportunities and focus on positivity as well. Some of you might have gone through some resistance or might be feeling stuck, but there's some kind of a new beginning is unfolding for you. And if you're kind of hesitating about some kind of a decision in your life, whenever this card comes up, the message is that you need to go with the new one. So please pick the new one, whatever it is. And you know, obviously change is not easy, but you know, this is something that you know, we all have to go through and just focus on the new. But let's see what the tarot is telling us. In the center of your reading, you do have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is the card of uh, uh, speedy movements forward. When things are evolving, things are moving forward, things are developing, and when things are speeding up in your life as well. So maybe some of you went through some kind of a stuck situation. If that has been the case, you can expect that things are gonna speed up. It can indicate some positive news, positive evolution of something. It can also mean that, you know, when somebody just stepping into your life, because this can indicate the arrows of Cupid. So maybe some of you are taken off of your feet, and just you have this rush of feelings coming in. But it can also mean, like, you know, just things are evolving. Some of you might be getting positive news as well with the Eight of Wands energy, or it can mean a trip as well. The first card in your reading is the High Priestess. High Priestess is the card of secret. It is the card of intuition and inner voice. Definitely need to pay attention to that when this card comes up. But it also shows opportunities, unlimited opportunities, possibilities as well. If you are a female energy, it can be that, you know, you are actually very attractive and you have a lot of opportunities for love, or you might be dealing with somebody who is very popular. The next card in your reading is the King of Swords. This can be a person, your energy, or just the energy of the card. He is somebody who is very smart, very logical, very wise, and he cares about the truth and nothing but the truth. He speaks his mind, and sometimes he can be kind of hurting with his words, but that's not his intention. Again, this card can indicate the truth coming out, especially that, you know, the High Priestess can indicate secrets. If you've been dealing with some secrets, I think you can expect the truth coming out, and things will kind of speed up after that. It can also mean a judge. If you're going through a divorce, if you're going through some legal process, indicate the judge that kind of call the truth out. And you also have here the Wheel of Fortune, which is the card of change, right? Like we talked here about change. This card is indicating that your life is in full motion, and I think life is speeding up for you. This indicates a positive change. When luck is on your side, when the universe is aligning things for you, so things are happening for you. This is the card when you're at the right time, at the right place, meeting the right people, and things are just kind of this serendipity feeling that you know, things are just falling into a place. So if you've been, especially if you've been through some difficulties, this card is indicating that lucky and positive change is on its way. Especially if you went through some challenges, in a sense that maybe you went through a breakup or you lost a partner. that's kind of sometimes, the wheel of fortune can remove things from our life in order to bring something better into your existence. And you also have here the death card, which is the card of change. Like, this is kind of like when one chapter ends and another one opens. This is the card that's indicating that, change is inevitable, and this is the kind of change that you shouldn't fight, because the more you fight it, the harder it gets to go through with it. Again, it can be that, just a general change, but you have some lucky change here, because you have the wheel of fortune. Like practically your reading is all about change. You have opportunity and change. You have wheel of fortune, which is change, and you have the death card, which is change. So the death card indicating that the chapter ended. So for some of you, it can be a relationship that ended. For some of you, it might be that a chapter of relationship ended, or some of you might be ending solitude as well, or a chapter of relationship ending that you're getting engaged, getting married. So there's many ways that this can manifest. What's really important that this is a change you shouldn't really fight. You just need to accept it, which is not easy. You also have here the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is indicating that you're leaving the troubles, you're leaving the difficulties in the past, you're leaving the stormy weather in the past, and from now on you're going to be able to see some calm times, some positive times coming into your life. You're kind of transitioning into this beautiful time of calmness and happiness. Six of Swords can mean like physical move as well, especially with this Eight of Wands energy, but it can also travel overseas. So maybe some of you are kind of going through some travel where some changes are happening as well. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's an indication that the reading helped you. And you can also help me to grow this channel to make sure that the message gets out to those who need it the most. For you, it is only costing a push of a button. So I hope that you already pushed those like and subscribe buttons. Only a very few % of people end up subscribing, so I hope you're gonna be one of them. And I'm always very excited to read in the comment how this reading is resonating with you. So your reading continues with the Hanged Man energy. Hanged Man is the energy of feeling stuck, which we talked about it with the opportunity and change, that some of you might be feeling that things might have been stuck in your life, things are not moving forward. Maybe you've been single for a while, maybe you've been in a dead-end relationship, or maybe a relationship is just not evolving as you would like to. But when the Hangman comes up, you need to see things from a different perspective. That's why he's upside down on the tree of life, because he wants to get a new perspective. Some of you need to sacrifice something or let go of something as well. But it's really good here that you have 12 and 13, which is indicating that you're moving forward. You're leaving the stuck situation behind, and there's change here for you. And the next card is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, which is the card of sorrow, the card of sadness, when you are focusing on all the sadness that you went through and on all the difficulties, and you're kind of not letting that go of. Now, for some of you, if you lost a partner, I'm sending you a lot of love and hugs, because you have here the Death card and the Five of Cups. So if you went through that, I'm sending you a lot of hugs. But the Five of Cups is also telling you that not everything has been lost. Well, even if you went through a breakup, not everything has been lost. Because the Five of Cups is telling you to focus on the new opportunities, those two cups that are behind him. And even this card is telling you that you need to focus on the new. You need to focus on the new opportunities. And if he turns around, he can see what a beautiful future is ahead of him. So make sure that you do a 180 turn in your life, and you focus on opportunities, again, you need to kind of let go of something. You need to let go of pain. You need to let go of difficulties, etc., etc. And for the last spot, two cards came up, the Seven of Wands and the Three of Wands. So Seven of Wands is all about, like, fighting something, right? Like some of you are really fighting this change, and that makes you very sad, and it makes your situation very difficult, but very important to let go of it, because like, as we said, the more you fight it, the harder it gets. But I think you're going to be able to let it go, because you have the Seven of Wands, and it kind of, you're going to Eight of Wands, which is the next step. Seven of Wands can be that, some of you need to protect something as well. Some of you need to stand up for yourself. Maybe some of you are afraid that you or your partner are being seduced, or you're being questioned, your relationship choices are being questioned. But Seven of Wands can also mean that you are foreseeing that, and you're able to win over these attacks. Now you also have the Three of Wands, which is the card of early successes. So this is indicating new horizons in your life. If you're single, this card is telling me that you're not necessarily looking for a relationship. You're enjoying your freedom, and you're enjoying the adventures that come to your way. It can also mean that, if you're in an existing relationship, that the relationship is in a new horizon, changing. Some of you might be moving in with each other, getting engaged, getting married, etc., etc. But the Three of Wands can also mean some international connections, overseas connections. If you are in a relationship like that, then the Three of Wands is a good indication. But you also have here the Six of Swords, which can, like, both has these ships on it that are kind of can indicate something overseas. And at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is the card of healing, card of resting, card of recovering as well. So I think whatever you went through, the difficulties, you're going to be able to leave it in the past. You're going to be able to heal. You're going to be able to recover from it. And yes, things might be very slow, but I think you have this Eight of Wands that's going to make things faster. Some of you might be literally going on a trip, right, where you have a vacation. Like, all these can mean some kind of a trip. But what's really important here, that you should focus on the new and embrace the new, and focus on the opportunities. So put it in a comment: I let go of the past and I focus on new opportunities. I hope that this reading helped you, and I'll be able to welcome you again.